Yesterday, I told you about how the NDP is spending your $21.5 million on their free, and by free, I mean taxpayer-subsidized light bulb program. Well, I only told you about how around $8 million was being spent since the Freedom of Information documents were all blanked out for the rest under apparent disclosure rules. You might remember that the Alberta government is offering things like LED products to replace your existing lights, high-efficiency shower heads, faucet aerators, advanced power bars, and smart thermostats to the public through their energy efficiency program. Apparently, all you have to do is sign up and someone will show up and install all of this stuff. Anyways, I got a significant response from you, so I decided to look into your concerns about this program. Most of you are telling me that you signed up for these upgrades that you bought and paid for, and nobody is getting back to you. Here's what some of you said. Derek says, I persuaded my wife to do this switch as our tax dollars were paying for it anyway. That was when the program kicked off. Enrolled online for it and still nothing. Alexandra says, I registered for the program the same day the announcement came out in February. She goes on to talk about how they lost her registration details twice and says, frustrated, I called on Friday, August 11th and was given an appointment for Sunday, August 13th. I couldn't quite believe it, but the technician turned up on time and did the installations. Erwin says, when it first came out, I applied right away, and I applied, no one called to set up an appointment. Many of the responses were similar. Only 2 people had received the products. One thought it was pointless. The other was surprised they even showed up, like I mentioned. So based on your feedback, I decided to call the energy efficiency program. I asked them if there was a wait time for installations and if there were any delays. And here's what they told me. They said it's very difficult to say for sure how long wait times are because the program is being implemented by region. But it's usually about 2 weeks and that there are generally no delays in service. But one person showed me that they applied in March, were registered in May, and then never heard back. So it looks like the government can't run a program even when they have millions of your dollars in their hands to do it. But we already knew that, didn't we? If people want services, they usually pay for them and don't need government hand-holding to decide on which products to purchase. And really, all of this just goes to show that not only was the energy efficiency program a waste of taxpayer dollars that actually provides corporate welfare to an out-of-province company, it also shows that the NDP just isn't competent enough to execute what seems like a pretty simple program, especially when they've hired EcoFit to take on the brunt of the work. But like I always say, the government really shouldn't be in the business of handling a business anyways. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. Have you heard that YouTube is cracking down on content that they think is controversial? That could mean absolutely anything, and it could mean it affects us at the Rebel. So we want to build a conservative alternative. If you can help us out, visit theycan'tstopus.ca for all of the details.